So good morning, guys, on this blustery, cold, rainy day. Um, it's November 30th, I think. Had a cold a little bit the last few days, so I'm a little bit out of it, coughing a bit. Kind of just seems to be going around at the moment. Anyway, this is yet another Devriendt unboxing. It's kind of becoming a bit of a habit here. That's just the last couple days down there. Anyway, this is 9268. Once again, a Jerry Heilman Devriendt. This is actually the clutch mate of the one I showed last time. The one he called Next Generation. He called this one Little Generation. Blue bar self. Parents are a son of last son in Chima and a daughter of Jerry 20990 and last one, which is Jerry's golden pair. What he calls the golden pair is they've won over almost $250,000 in OLR prizes over the last few years. Needless to say, they're among some of the most successful Devriendts really anywhere in the country right now. And the golden pair is still on the go. They're just old, but they have a lot of children and grandchildren out there. I have a cat going to jump up here. Knock it off. It's one of my mini poultry yard cats. I have about 16 or 17 of them. They're actually descendants of some kittens that were dumped here, I don't know, 15, 16 years ago. And I just kind of got in the habit of feeding them because I knew if I didn't, they'd be all over birds all the time and make a nuisance of themselves. And now they're a bigger nuisance and a headache because it costs a lot of money to feed them, and they're constantly underfoot and in the way and doing things like that and trying to get in the house and all that. But another nice Devriendt. Jerry thought it was a hen. We're not sure yet, obviously. But very nice, powerish squeaker. Good one feather tail. As always, a little disheveled from being in the box. Not a long trip. About 36 hours this time. Certainly better than the clutch mate came last time, but a nice young bird. And this bird will be on the breeding team also next year. It'll be later in the year, probably mid-season. But have a pretty good core of Devriendt building up. So, like I said, here is yet another Devriendt from Jerry Heilman. Kind of like Lay's potato chips. Once you get one, you can't stop. You have to keep going. And this is probably my 10th or 11th purchase from Jerry now. So I have a pretty good core. Most of them are very closely related. All of them are related in some way to the Jerry 20990 last one combination, which is the old golden pair. So I'll have a pretty good line bred family around them. And I've got another one on the way from Vincent Rooney. I've got a cockbird that's also down out of Jerry's. Vincent Rooney at my cousin Vinny's loft in Virginia had bought a pair from Jerry a couple years ago. Has had really, really good success with them. All the ones he raced have placed multiple times. I have a pair of those. They were actually my first Devriendts that were out of Jerry's, came from Vincent. And I was fortunate I got another cock on auction. Where the cock is right now is kind of a good question. We kind of have a Postal Service faux pas again, that the tracking says he was picked up in Miami this morning for some reason, all the way across the country. So I'm not too sure what's going on, if maybe the tracking number's kind of screwy or what the deal is, but he will hopefully come in later today. He is expected either today or tomorrow. So there'll be another one. And I'm anxious to have that cock bird. Like I said, I have a pair off the same pair. So I have 2 of his siblings, a cock and a hen. Both very good racers. Did well for Vincent, and he kept the best one out of the pair. He had a pretty good hen that had done really, really well for him. So he's kept her, and he's got the old pair, and some of the others he's let go of. And I've missed out on a cock on auction at pigeonauctions.com here a couple of weeks ago, and I was fortunate I got the next one. And I guess there's 2 more that I think a friend of mine in Washington, it looks like maybe he's going to buy privately. So needless to say, I have a really good core of Devriendts going. Anxious to breed a lot of young birds this coming year, and obviously it being almost December 1st, we're getting pretty close to thinking about putting pairs together and thinking about what matings to do. And I've got a few pair to start with that are a little older. So looking forward to that. Another news, I'm missing a black widow bird off the race team. Last I saw of it, there was a peregrine hot on it, and they disappeared over the horizon. That was 2 days ago. It has not reappeared, so I think the peregrine got that one. So I'm down to 6 in the racing loft. They're going to be road training here in a few days, waiting on a carrier to come in from on a training basket in from Foy's. So once that gets here in a few days, I'll probably be starting. So it'll be nice and fun, and provide other things to do. And even though the weather's not great, permanently overcast, cloud cover, drizzling, a little bit of wind. So but we will have that to look forward to here in a few days. But I'm going to put him up, get him some food and water, get him settled into quarantine, and do another video when the cock from Vincent comes in. Or we think it's a cock, at least. It's a little bit of a younger bird. He didn't, it was a late hatch. So we're not 100% sure yet, but we're hoping it's a cock. So that's it for now. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to. See you guys later.